Now, Willie, it is also important to note that we've learned some devastating details from the father, Wilson Garcia, of that 9-year-old boy, Daniel, who was murdered. He says that he had contacted police, he and his family, 5 times over the course of about 30 minutes, and that it took that amount of time for police to come. Now, I believe he specifically said 20. His brother-in-law said 30 in another report, that he was inside of his closet. This is his brother-in-law calling police with his wife and child, telling them that there was an immediate need to get there, and that dispatcher said there's already folks on the ground. Of course, that was not the case. We've reached out to San Jacinto County to find out how long did it take them to get there and how many calls were actually placed. They have not been able to provide that information, but said they have 10 days with which to respond. But that's sort of what's going to happen in the aftermath. Right now, there's an immediate need, Willie, to find where this individual is. And as far as more of that background information comes into play, we also learned about the fact there was a pre-existing relationship between Wilson's wife, he says, and the wife of the suspect, that they were friends, and that the suspect himself, Oropesa, had come over to his house, he says, and helped him cut down a tree. So how do we get from that to what actually transpired on Friday at about 11:30, where there was a mass murder? And there are just so many questions that need to be pieced together with all of this. But Wilson Garcia also saying that his son saw his mother fall to the ground and tried to help her, and that's when the 9-year-old boy was shot. So inhumanity in every possible way as this urgent search continues now in day 4. And right now, no idea, at least no word from investigators as to where they stand in tracking down a murderer.
And in terms of that response time, Sam, we did hear, although the Sheriff's Department hasn't responded directly, that they only have about 3 sheriffs and sheriff's deputies that cover about 700 square miles. That could play into it, but a lot more questions to be answered there.